Welcome back, folks. Vaporology. We're back at you again today with the CLT version 3. This is from Infinite. I think it's a clone, actually. It's from fasttech.com. I will slap the SKU number. Let's see if I can get it off my build sheet right now. SKU number is 45109. I picked this up in the black option. I gotta say, this is one of my most favorite RDAs of all time. I've been using it now for a couple weeks straight, and I don't think it's left my mod since. Performs flawless, doesn't leak. Man, you gotta fill this thing like right up for it to leak. You gotta be pretty dumb. Yeah, so let's get into it. What do you get with this guy? Well, I got it kind of laid out. This is the configuration that I like it in, personally. Oops, sorry. You can see you got a 510 adapter in there, so you actually can swap in a 510 drip tip if you want, just by pulling this off. It does come with a 510 as well. It's kind of funny looking, actually, this little guy. So that can go in the top if you want to use a 510. It is really tight fitting too, like it takes a bit to get it in there. So I'll set it up in all three configurations just to let you see what it looks like in all three. This is the wide bore drip tip here. I gotta say, whatever this is made from, that alien freaking witchcraft material, it's completely like lip crud repellent. Like, I made days of solid use and you won't see any lip crud on this thing. I don't know what it's made from, but it's pretty amazing stuff, I gotta say. So if you go to the FastTech build page and you look at this guy, you'll see the way that when they cut it out on the CNC or whatever, the build deck's all burnt black, like there was no oil lubricating the bit while it was machining. Mine came with a little bit of that bit burn, they call it, on the sides, just right here and right here. And I just took some 120 grit or 200 grit and just lightly sanded it off. It took me like literally 30 seconds and it was gone. So not a hard fix, and it doesn't even affect anything, really. And also, the screws were really long, I found, so when you were tightening them right now and they were sitting up, like they were way high, they'd be like that when they were tightened, right, like the top one. So I shortened up the two negatives just to make it, I don't know, more functional, I guess. Yeah, and then you have the airflow control 510. Now these things here actually spin out. You can see that thing in there. It's like a little insulator. It's like the adapter for the 510. It comes with another size. It's got a little O-ring on the top. It's all wet. I just washed this thing, but it's all threaded inside there. So you have another one here, also glass drip tip. So this is the other one, and this one here threads in, and this is for the wide bore. So if you want to go for more airflow, you throw this guy in, and you'll get some more airflow through there. I found with the smaller one in there, you can still use the wide bore over the top, right? But it kind of condenses the vapor a little bit more, so I found it gave a little bit better flavor. If you're going strictly for clouds, then yeah, you probably want to just throw this one in, or you could just leave it out altogether if you want. But then your e-juices and stuff are getting in the threads, and I don't know. I don't think it really matters, does it? So anyway, to show you how that works, those all swap in and out as needed. It does come with a set of goodies, which are spare screws. Nice to see. One of them shortened up there, a bunch of O-rings and some pretty useless silica. And Kanthal, I don't even know, 34 gauge. What is that crap, right? Come on, guys. If you're going to freaking build an atomizer like this, at least throw some good coils in there for the people, man. I got the wire to build them, but not everybody does. So it comes, the standard screwdriver. You got the little 5mm, I don't know what that is, hex screwdriver part on the end, Phillips, and then a flathead on the other side. I always love having these. I've picked them up many times. They're like 30 cents each from FastTech. So let's put it together and show you what it looks like in the different configurations. I do like the way that it's knurled on the bottom here and on the top. It makes it just a dream for adjusting. And the O-rings, I found, I haven't changed them. These are as from the factory, and they work great. It doesn't spin around. They're nice and tight. Just kind of set up your airflow where you want it. Plunk her down. Like I said, it's really nice and tight. And then you plunk in your airflow. Now, the one thing I want to warn you about, you see the bottom edge of this here? It's really thin. I dropped this from like 3 or 4 feet, maybe probably 4 feet to the ground. It's this side. Kind of see it's a little wobbly, and it landed just like that, just boom, right on the edge, and it just caved it in, just went wow. So I had to get in there and kind of bend it all out. It was really hard because that top one, they're so thin. So word to the wise, don't drop it. Be careful. It's a bitch to adjust. So when you got it on, that knurling on the top makes adjusting the airflow awesome. Now you can adjust it 2 different ways. You can start opening it up like this, where it starts opening from the bottom, then to the middle, then to the top. Or you can come from the other direction, and it'll start like vertical coil setup, where you open it all 3 at once. And I gotta say, flavor-wise, this thing is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't even just, it works good. It's just a functional atomizer. Like, I've owned a lot of different RDAs, and I'm not strictly an RDA guy. I use a lot of different tanks and whatever, but this one really did impress me. Flavor-wise, it's on par. It looks awesome, I think. I don't know. It kind of looks funny with the 510. This is the only one I'll show you right now. You thread this part in, and because of the O-ring still being on there, it kind of looks a little funny, I think. I don't know. What do you think? I'll let you be the judge of that. It's not too bad, I guess. I don't know. You do get the best flavor like this, bar none. But I like the fact that you can just pop the 510 out, throw your wide bore on there, and then you're out and about, somebody, they want to try it, well here, throw your 510 in, and they can have a puff, right? I like that whole lot. I don't know. To me, it's a very functional atomizer. Copper center post, 510, I mean, it does come out. It is adjustable, so you can back it down a little bit or whatever, and it won't adjust, it won't mess with the post, so you can set it up to get those mechanical mods, get the switches lined up just where you want them. And that's basically it. That is the CLT V3. I'm going to do a quick build on it and blow a couple clouds. So let me see. I'll show you what the glass one looks like. This one I haven't really used it much because I'm scared of breaking it. But I do like it. It looks good. It's sharp. If you want to put the wide bore in there, obviously that would look better without this in there. I find it easier to just use the drip tip to do it. So you can run it like that too, and that's just crazy wide open. Yeah, it's pretty good airflow. It's not as much as say like a, I don't know, Mutation 5. Is it on par with the 5? I don't know. It's close. I think the Mutation might have a bit more, but flavor-wise, this thing kills it. Function. The airflow works. You can close it right off. You can use it in, I don't know, can you use it in single coil mode? That is a good question. Blocked. I don't think you can. No, you can't. So this is a dual coil setup only, guys. That's kind of a bummer. Oh well. To each their own. So that's it. I'm going to just wrap a quick build up in there, blow a couple clouds, and we'll call it a day. Alright, so there we go. I just quickly wrapped these up. This is with my new Kuro Coiler setup from Fastech. What's the SKU number on that? It's 39107. 1 mil all the way up to 3.5. I love this guy. Being able to remove the bit after you wrap your coils allows you to finish it. It makes it a lot better than the ones like these with the fixed bits. The real Kuros. Anyway, so yeah, 7 wraps, 26 gauge wire, metered out to 0.58. And I'm going to go ahead now and just wick it up with some Muji. Okay, so there you go. Just pulled in a couple strips of cotton. And yeah, it looks good. Just make sure you get as much in there as you can. You obviously want the coil to sit nicely on top of that nice pillowy bed of cotton. Just gonna go and slap it all back together. Make sure that you do this before you start wicking it, or else you get the O-rings all wet, and then you'll have a hell of a time with it spinning on you all the time when you're just trying to adjust your airflow. I hate that. So for me, I kind of set it up where that bottom one goes past a little bit, so it's not right at the coil. Just helps stop leaking. So yeah, just kind of like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and saturate it. Okay, so there she is, up on the IPv3, metered out at 0.60 actually. Great build, just over 50 watts right now. Got some Skittles in there. And she will throw the clouds. More importantly though, the flavor. It's very good on this RDA. I got really nothing bad to say about it. Heat wise, it dissipates it nicely. The knurling on the top cap really does help. Sorry. I had this swirlfish RDA and it had no knurling, and what a pain in the ass. Like, I don't know. I gotta say, this is a very nice atomizer. I would recommend it to anybody looking to get just something to add to their fleet, or if they're in the market for their first time. This is a perfect one. You won't be disappointed with the CLT3 from fasttech.com. So thanks again for watching, my friends. Make it cloudy. Keep calm. Vape on.